Let's take you now to the Western Cape, where a locally conceived COVID-19 drug trial has started at the University of Cape Town's Lung Institute. To discuss this in detail, we're joined by Keertan Dheda, the Professor of Respiratory Medicine and Head of the Division of the Pulmonology at the university. Thank you so much for your time, Prof. I mean, let's get into the trial. I understand it has already started.
Yes, that's correct. The first patient was randomized yesterday, and this is a randomized controlled trial that is evaluating a drug called nitazoxanide. And we are recruiting at across 4 cities in the country. And it's a trial funded by the South African MRC and co-funded by Xylomed Pharmaceuticals, who have donated the drug.
And what results emanated, from this particular evaluation of the drug, which I understand at this point is still very much lab-based?
Yeah. Actually, it's the trial itself is not lab-based, so I'll just give you a background on that. So nitazoxanide has been around for about 30 years and has been in the past used to treat diarrhea due to parasitic infections, and it's a low-cost drug registered in many countries. And more recently, people have looked into this to treat SARS-CoV-2. And so it's lethal to the virus in the lab. And based on that and those results, there's been many suggestions globally that this drug should be trialed now in patients. So we don't know yet whether it works in patients or not, and that's exactly what this clinical trial aims to do. There are 2 or 3 other clinical trials that are registered and are due to start in other parts of the world, but this is the only one in a resource-poor setting that will also be evaluating the drug in HIV-infected persons. And the couple of things to just mention about the trial, specifically that we are using or evaluating this drug early in the course of the disease. So this is in ambulatory patients who are COVID-19 positive. These are not in hospitalized persons. And the other thing to mention is that we're trialing this agent in high-risk people. So people who are, for example, overweight or have diabetes. So these are the very people that are at very high risk for complications. And about 1/3 of such people end up in hospital. And if they end up in hospital, 1 in 3 or more of such people die. So the idea is to try and give the drug, not only to evaluate the drug to see if it works in COVID-19, but to use a strategy where we give it quite early on, so we prevent the complications of COVID-19 in the first place.
And how many participants are you looking into enrolling?
So we plan to enroll about 960 participants across 4 cities in South Africa, and we hope to complete the trial in about 3 or 4 months.
All right, then that's where we'll leave it. Thank you so much. That's Professor Keertan Dheda joining us there, talking about, of course, the drug trial expected to take place soon. But